been 7 months. And then right back to where I started. I thought I would be out of here by now. It's Halloween. And our leader has told us we have to go right back to the beginning. So tonight, I'm going to make a chicken balti. Wish me luck. Welcome to Global Eats, where tonight I'm going to be making a chicken tikka tandoori balti. I've never made this one before, so it could all go wrong, but let's give it a go. So as I just explained, tonight is Halloween. I know it's a little bit of a different Halloween to normal. I've had no trick or treaters tonight, for obvious reasons. And tonight our great leader has came onto the TV and addressed his people. Took him about an hour. It was about an hour and a half late. Took him a while to get here, but he did turn up eventually once the rugby had finished, and basically to tell us that we're right back where we started. Yeah. So as of this Thursday, 1 minute into Thursday, we're back into lockdown. Schools and universities and things still open, but apart from that, everything is back how we started, how we were in April. He did say that now was the right time to do it, because obviously the spike and the data suggests that everything is going like this. To be honest, everything was going like that 6 weeks ago when the scientists told him to do it then, and they suggested a 2-week lockdown to get on top of things, and he ignored them basically. And they're his own scientists, they're the ones, you know, we're going to follow the science. They were his words, and he will stand by what his decision. And tonight he basically said, yeah, that was the right thing to do then, even though obviously it wasn't, and now he's decided to do what the scientists told him to do 6 weeks ago. From November the 5th, which is in 4 days time, we can't even leave the country, so I'm toying with the idea whether to just get a flight and just get out of here, to be honest. But everywhere else is the same, everywhere else is shut down, but I'm thinking, you know, I'd rather be shut down in Krakow than shut down in Gleedless. So, I don't know whether I'll do that. But anyway, on to tonight's curry. I'm making chicken tikka tandoori balti. Never made this one before, so I'll just run you through the ingredients. So we've got some onion there, that's the first thing that's going to go in. We got some half a chopped red pepper. We got some chopped green chilies there. Some chopped tomatoes. We've got the garlic and ginger, minced garlic and ginger. Some tomato puree that's been diluted. And then we've got the spices, which is basically, it's just a couple of tablespoons of tandoori masala and a couple of tablespoons of mixed spice. And then we've got the pre-cooked ingredients, which in this case is going to be the mushroom, which is hiding under there somewhere, and some chicken tandoori tikka, I guess, because it's in pieces rather than on the bone. It's quite spicy, so I think the curry is going to be a spicy one tonight. And also cider vinegar. Never put that in a curry before, so we'll see how that goes on. There's going to be some lemon goes in there as well. So yeah, let's get on with it. The pan is ready. Right, it's just literally half a small onion in there to start with, and I'm just going to fry that off for a couple of minutes, just to get that onion sweating into the oil. The pan's quite hot because I had it on while I was doing the introduction, so it's hotter than I would normally do it, but I've turned it right down now, so it's not going to burn, it's not going to fry away, but it should now just start sweating into the oil. And yeah, that's the first stage, just frying off. Only a quarter of an onion, not much in there. I hope I'm not going to get into trouble for this one because I am playing copyrighted music, but if I keep talking over it then I should be all okay. I'm slurring my words a bit because I've had a very nice bottle of Winemaker's Choice Malbec from Argentina, which I've been drinking for the last few weeks, and it does tend to get me a bit tiddly, more so than other wines. And tonight, in fact, I'm going to do this now. I'll probably burn the onions while I do this, but tonight I'm going to be a hipster because rather than go for the usual dreadful choice of beer that they have at my small Asda, I've paid a little bit more, and this is basically the best you can get. So, sorry, I know that a lot of people don't like Brewdog, but you know, if it's that or Hobgoblin, or what was I drinking last night, Amstel, I want something with a bit of flavour tonight. £5 for 4 of these little buggers. Right. The onion is done. Okay, the next thing to go in is the garlic and ginger paste. I always take it off the heat for this because I don't want this to burn. So I'm just going to get that stirred into the onions. And the next thing to go in is the spices. And I'm going to mix all that together now. Okay, so that's all very dry. Well, the next thing I'm going to add is basically everything else that was on the chopping board. So that's the chilies, the peppers and the tomatoes, and then also the tomato puree. So that's all going in next. There we go. That's all mixed together. So I guess the next thing would be to add some base. How low can you go? So here we go, so this is the base. I'm going to add about half of that. And get that all nice and mixed in. Now this is the base that I made last week, which I did leave overnight before blending, and it really did, once I blended it, it was really, really thick. And I also added carrot to it, which I've never added to the base before, but I was recommended, people told me that it makes a difference, and I think it does. But I can't tell whether it's the difference between adding the carrot or leaving it overnight that thickened it up quite like it has done. So I'm still not sure. I don't know whether I prefer it like this or not. It's definitely thicker, so it's different, but I'm not sure whether I prefer it or whether I prefer it without the carrot or leaving it overnight. But yeah, so there we go, half the base is in there, so the whole house is already stinking of curry, which is never a bad thing. I used to live above an Indian restaurant called Ruby's, still there, Ruby's on Gleadless Town End, and I lived there for about 5 years. And people used to say, oh, doesn't the house smell of curry, you know, living above an Indian restaurant, you know, does it not smell of curry? And yes, it did. And great. You know, there are worse things your house can smell of. It never bothered me one bit. In fact, it made me eat a lot more curries than I perhaps would have done had the house not stunk of curry. Not from them though. I didn't really rate them that much. Time for the main ingredients. So the chicken tikka's in there now, so I'm just going to get all that mixed up and coated and marinated and stuff. I think it's going to be spicy, this one, and also I think the chicken's going to be dry because I made the chicken tikka a while ago and it's just been sat. It was really juicy when I first took it out, but it has been sat for a while, so I think it's going to be a little bit dry, which was the problem last time, but oh well. Okay, so obviously a Balti curry is normally in a restaurant, it's served in a Balti dish, and that's what it's cooked in. But you can replicate that Balti flavour without the need of cooking it in a Balti dish. And that's what I'm trying to do tonight anyway. So this is where we are at the minute, and I've got half the base left. I'm going to throw all of that in now. I'm going to get that mixed in, and I'm going to leave that for, I don't know, a few minutes before I add the final ingredients and then start working on the side dishes. So there we go. I'm going to mix all that base together.
Oh God! Oh Jesus Christ!
Okay, so this is the weird one. This is something I've never added to a curry before. I know that Vindaloo uses vinegar. But yeah, so a tablespoon of vinegar goes in there. I've just had the taste of the curry, it's quite nice. Well, it's very nice. I don't know what this is going to do. It might make it disgusting, but it's a Balti and it needs to go in, so let's do it. Also as well is the juice of 1 lemon, which I haven't got any lemons, so I'm just going to use, put a tablespoon of this in there as well. So this is going to affect the flavour, this and the vinegar is going to change the flavour of the curry considerably, I would have thought, so let's hope it's nice after I've done it.
I'm so scared.
So there we go, there's the chicken Tandoori Balti, all plated up and ready to go. I tried it after the vinegar and the lemon, and it definitely makes a big difference to the flavour. I'm not sure whether it improves it or not. I think it might have been nicer before I did that. I don't know, it's certainly different. So that all comes down to personal taste. But yeah, so there we go. There's another COVID curry for you. And I guess we'll see you again soon.